Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 3 versus 3 on Alvarus. Playing on Team 1 as the Necrons, we've got Summoner, we've got Tiger Shark as the Space Wolves, I've got Yazoo55 as the Legion of the Damned, and on Team 2 we've got Eri7889 as the Tout, we've got Kaiku as the Necrons, and we have got OMC Dr. Nox as the Steel Legion. So this is a very exciting team composition here. Steel Legion, not Steel Legion, bloomin' whatever you're called, Legion of the Damned, Space Wolves, and Necrons, so all the strategic points on this side are basically just kind of either for squad cap or just general funsies. It's very interesting to see. I've been told that Yazoo did roll random with the Legion of the Damned, so how familiar he is with the Legion, we shall see how he goes, but I mean, it's going to be quite an aggressive early game, I imagine, once these Legion Outriders capture all these points and then move over into the centre of the map. Be very careful. In fact, we've already seen Nascent Dreams of the Dying Emperor, which is the longest name for a builder unit ever in history, coming down. I do believe it's more or less immortal. Look at him go. I think it's immortal apart from, like, close combat attacks or some kind of attacks, I don't know, but he's just going around, he's doing some scouting, some reconnoitering, pulsating as he goes about his business. We're already seeing some Grey Slayers and a Wolf Lord come forth, striking down Bill Scabs. Kaiku is asking for help, because this is going to be a lot to deal with. If you're familiar with this map, it's a very small map, so early game rushes are quite handy in this situation. We are trying to see a trench turret being built up, but the Pioneer squads can't get anywhere close to actually build it up. In fact, actually, this dude is going to teleport around and... Oh, can you take damage from range attacks? I don't know. Either way, some space nonsense going on over there. Wolflord just coming in, striking things down as he goes, focusing on those builder scarabs to prevent those from building up anything else. Only 3 plasma generators at the moment. And we are seeing the Gypsy Tech Marine coming over to steal some scrap metal. Keep your lead away from this boy. Well, I do apologise if anyone finds those kind of jokes offensive, but, like, you know, I'm part of Gypsy myself, so I feel like as if I'm allowed to make those kinds of jokes. That's how I'm able to steal your hearts. That's how it works, isn't it? Not much going on over there, so it's all just happening in the middle at the moment. Lots of Grey Slayers causing issues, but we do have a significant amount of Legionaries, and they are armed with, I mean, some of them are armed with grenade launchers, which are extremely good in the early game. But just as the Grey Slayers are falling in number from these Necrons, as the Necron Lord comes up from the ground, we are all seeing the Legion Outriders come forth, unable to get that decap on the obelisk over yonder. Wolflord still going strong. No one's taking him out anytime soon. I'm going to see these listening posts being upgraded for defensive purposes, I imagine. More Tech Marines coming in, looking to steal the bicycle from the front garden of the Necron player as he chases these guys away. And yeah, that's just, you know what? Maybe Space Wolves and Legion of the Damned, maybe they're the unit composition to go for. Who knows? Wolflord is now going to be thrown about, and all this time the Necrons down here can just kind of chill out. So Summoner over here getting a much nicer opening than poor Kaiku over here. He's had to fight for his life at such an early stage of this game. I've seen the Wolflord now very low on health. Summoner with an army of Necron warriors of his own probably won't be able to bash through these torrential turrets, but Legion Outriders, they're just going to drive around, see what they can see, maybe even support these guys. Might just be a case of just constantly bashing the opposing Necron player. We are seeing the Grey Wolves moving over into the Tau side of things, trying to deny that tier 2 by killing that Earthcast builder. One thing about Tau and Eldar and other factions that require a building for their tier 2, they are quite vulnerable to having that scuppered or at least delayed by having their builders killed. The Grey Slayers, they're going to sit in the corner, sacrificing their lives for Lord of Fenris. And they're going to be there for quite some time. Almost taking out the Earthcast builder again. Necron's just kind of standing in the way of this torrential turret, not doing all that much. Just eating all that damage. That's very poor placement there, Mr. Summoner. Want to bring those guys back or assault the torrential turret, whichever one you fancy, but don't stand there in the middle and do naught. That's fine. Micro-intensive game, isn't it? We are seeing... Oh, we've seen some Dreadnoughts and a tier 3 coming on. for the Legion of the Damned. So they've got no buildings of the Legion of the Damned. They just get all their recruitment from their portal in the middle. Their money is the health of the swirling vortex in the middle. So long as no one's bothering them, they could just kind of just pump out units all day long, and that's disgusting. Just a dreadnought coming in the base. I mean, do you have tier... You are just about to go for tier 3. Oh, tier 2, sorry. The Tower on tier 2, Steel Legion on tier 2, but Necrons really being punished here. We have seen Kaiku has donated a listening post to OMC Dr. Nox here. I imagine just because it's better for him to have economy than it is for Necrons to have a higher squad cap, considering that they can't get their units out. Necrons are pushed down over here, taking out this Tarantula turret with the help of the Wolf Lord. Nascent dreams of dying Emperor. The dreams are dead, a lot like mine. But so are these plasma generators taken out one by one. And this Dreadnought could just stand around punching things all day long. No one's going to bring him down anytime soon. Ralsing the Ghost turret. Tier 2 is halfway for Kaiku. The Bill Scarves busying themselves, building more and more stuff. John Cena Beam comes down, pushing these Legionaries backwards. And a Chimera Hellhound tank research add-on is on the go. More pilfering from the Iron Priest. This is quite lethal. Not sure what these teams can do to buffet these guys backwards. I mean, Hellhound, a really good idea against heavy infantry, considering that these guys currently don't have any anti-vehicle stuff. Tau Stealth Suit team with a Fusion Blaster. That's a good shout as well. But, I mean, Dr. Nox losing all his plasma generators. Soon to lose his relay station. We did see, though, in the other day, the Steel Legion versus the Chaos Demons, that Steel Legion do have quite the bounce back ability. Oh no, the plasma generator has not been finished. Finish this bad boy. Oh, you put in all the effort. What a shame. Necron Lord, Force Summoner, looking worse for wear. And he has been... Oh no, never mind, just in the nick of time, using that phase shift. Wonderful. Love to see that. Trojan coming forward, gonna put some stuff from its belly into the relay station. That's a very impressive repair rate as well. But then Kaiku's Billiscabs are also going to come over to assist in that. So the Dreadnought won't be able to take this down, not at the moment, but he's at least providing a bit of a nuisance. So now going to move over into the centre of the map to, well, just hold the centre really, to prevent any further reinforcements from coming over onto this side. Really quickly looking at the economy, we have got 60% and 70, 51 and 20, and, well, obviously 0, and 92 and 30, 60% and 50, and 86 and 20. And watch from the Space Wolves perspective, just because I don't get to see them very often. But yeah, their economy is just, it's never any good, really. Needs to build up more of these halls of knowledge. But the Space Wolves are more of a supporting faction rather than your full frontal assaulting kind of guys. Have come forward. Have the Northern Necrons. Kaiku looking for a little bit of revenge. Looking for a tasty bit of payback. And actually, yeah, he seems to have lost all his army. Seems to have committed too much over here and lost it all in the initial moments of that. We are seeing some Immortals coming out, a Necron Lord to be rebuilt as well. Immortals won't do all that much against these guys. At the moment, the Northern team only really have those Chimeras to worry about. But a Predator, Legion of the Damned, fiery stuff, equipped with a twin-link las cannon, but won't do much, like I say, against the infantry. Got some long fangs, all armed with heavy bolters. Now these guys will pack a mean punch against these guys, but that's a significant fiery warrior team. Firing line. If they can hold on, they can kill the infantry, but there's actually not much in the way of infantry ongoing, is there? What are you coming out? It's an Iron Priest. Iron Priest can steal little piece of scrap from their own place of worship, I guess. They are not against stealing from their own, which, hey, oh, carrying on the theme here. I do apologise, I don't mean it. Look, I've had a rough childhood, leave me alone. Anyway, these guys are going to retreat back. Oh no, they're going to retreat back next to their base, which is an interesting way of using teleport. Yeah, someone that needs some assistance A Predator will come in and try and bash these Hellhounds out and about. The Tower Commander, also with his missiles, doesn't do amazing damage against vehicles, but it does just enough to really sting. You see some friendly flayed ones for someone coming out. Hellhound trying to hide in the corner, much like the Grey Warriors from earlier on. Seeing Longfangs being pushed back by the Tower Fire Warrior teams. Predator being repaired by the Iron Priest. The second squad of Longfangs coming out over here. But, oh good lord, that's too much wooing in fact there. Too much wooing. We're going on to the Tau side of things. It's just the longest voice line in the world. Don't know if you can hear it, but that's... Oh, it's like... just a gaggle of single mums on a night out. Anyway, sorry, what am I talking about? There's flayed ones in Summoner's base, but it does look like... Are they? Oh no, they're Summoner's flayed ones pushing out QK's blooming Necron Warriors. Right, there we go. I'm not confused anymore. Everything's fine. So he does manage to hold on for a little bit. Predator really struggling against these Tomb Blades. The Longfangs murdering all these guys. Fire Warriors had to fall back, I assume from all the fire from the Longfangs. The Predator has gone down. What are you going for, Yazoo? Can I not even... Oh, I've got to be on your bloody side to touch you. What are you going for? You are going for your tier 3 as well as double Terminators. There's a problem with the Steel Legion, is that when they're taking up, much like the Necrons, they can't build anything else. At the moment, the Legion of Damned don't really have anything on the board. Both critical locations, or at least one critical location, is in the hands of the Northern Necrons. But this critical location is yet to be touched. The one's over here, striking down the Necron Warriors. And it's all going according to plan. But to whose plan, who knows? Yeah, Kaiku doing a really good job building back his forces, taking up as well to get that good stuff out. Mauls from the Southern Necrons will scare these Tomb Blades away. Very fragile. The Mauls are probably, like I said before, one of the most, if not the most damage dealing against vehicles as an infantry tier 2 unit. Not very durable though. Fire Warriors did tie them up quite quickly. There are some Longfangs now armed with missile launchers. And a volley from them is nothing to ignore. Well, when the volley hits, that is. These Fire Warriors, it looks like that they've got their blooming long-ranged upgrade. Necron Lord of the Southern variety comes in with a John Cena beam to save these guys from an initial fiery death. And a Land Raider Phoebus shifts in. Oh, so did you not go for your... Oh, I assume you delayed your Terminators to get that Land Raider out. And they're going to say, quick Scarper. Yes, they've got missile launchers, but a Land Raider is quite a chunky beast. So they're going to have to be careful. Longfangs will have to come up for supporting purposes there. As a Land Raider, as awesome as it is, can't win a battle on its own, but some Terminators coming in. That's not bad. Stealth suits are going to jump in. Get a flanking maneuver. Does seem like they've also got a stun off on him. They're going to jump straight back out. Lovely. Little bit of teamwork there. And yeah, with all these Tomb Blades firing in. Bloody no, that's quite the backflip. Terminators alone in the middle. They've lost the morale. When the Steel Legion lose their morale, I do believe that they become really strong. They do generally lose their health after a while. And when they regain their morale, they are able to regen their health ridiculously quick. If memory serves. Tomb Blade goes down over on this side. Attempted cryo gun turret to be built up. But the Iron Priest is not able to quite get it. Got double Terminators down on here. Going to go for Flamers. Oh, sorry, double Assault Cannons. I assume they're both going to go for it. Yes, they are indeed. And Commander Longstrike's gunship as well. Very damagey dealy. So yeah, for the Northern team, it's just a case of build up your firing line and slowly but surely push down and hope that your superior strategic point economies can overpower the lack of economy on the southern side. They had a really strong tier 1, this team, on the south side, but now they're feeling the force. Legion of the Damned should be able to provide a lot of high tier late game units. But only one Chaos Gate at this stage of the game. Obviously at least another one, just for additional econ stuff for the 13th Company. Deathmarks and Immortals on the left-hand side, getting some pot shots in where they can. But this is the pressing push in the centre. Got another Land Raider coming in, as well as some Dreams, to see if they can keep it in good shape. The Canoptic Tomb Spider in the middle to repair, oh sorry, not repair, but regenerate any lost Necrons. Oh, they're able to make some, I mean, Death Guards. That's quite impressive, Mr. Canoptic Spider, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Firewalls are going to push the Necrons down over here. Some are going to bring some Flayed Ones over, see if they can scare them away. In fact, actually double Flayed Ones. Keep them on their toes. And Raider Ferbus taking a lot of damage, but in fact, it's also been stunned again, I think. Yep, by these pesky stealth suits. But I mean, that it's drawing away fire. It's drawing away fire, allowing the Terminators to regen, the Long Fangs to get back their business. They have lost their recruitment building, though, which is a bit of a shame. With the help of these Flayed Ones in the middle of the ranks, forcing the Tau to keep on the move, I'll certainly give these Mortals time to fire at any vehicles that they've seen. Also regaining that Necron Lord. So actually the firing line has whittled away. Kaiku and the Tau decide, you know what, maybe the actual target is the Portal of the Damned for Yazoo 55 here. We go for some more Predators and another Land Raider Ferbus. If anything, is just bringing out the tanks as much as he can, just so he can provide that heavy support to his allies. But now the allies will have to support him. On his own, he doesn't have much. He's got these listening posts, they're all graded tier 3. So be able to survive for a little while, but not an incredible amount of time. Longfang's peppering this Necron Lord over here. He has got his phylactery and stuff on, so will be taking less range damage. But still, sextuple, or septuple even, heavy bolters is a problem. Oh, the flying Frenchman comes in. Croissant of Doom. Don't get caught in the mountains, as what sometimes you do. Yeah, this is a big problem. Good against basically everything. It's like a more mobile Necron monolith, but without the building capacity. I'm going to see someone come over with his Deathmarks. Double, oh my goodness! It's a double John Cena beam. What could it mean? What could it mean? God, that's a meme reference, isn't it? If anyone remembers the double rainbow. I also when they did that song about it. I remember it. Early meme culture was just pure, wasn't it? It was just lovely and wholesome. But yeah, oh, we've got some Triumph Praetorians as well. Oh, I don't think we've seen you before on the channel. Let's have a quick ganders at you while all this is going on. Very handsome boys. Taking down Summoner's Necron Lord. And there was a good push from the northern side, but they have managed to stabilise a little bit. Doom Scythe being brought down to half health. Same with Commander Longstrike. And what's the current economy at the moment for the northern team? I mean, the southern team doesn't really matter all that much, but like, yeah, it's they've got, it's not bad. It's not bad economy, but it's not quite throw shit out the wall and see what sticks kind of money, which is in theory what Yazoo 55 has at all times. Tiger Shot will be struggling. Yeah, Summoner's got a decent enough economy with that Necron Monolith coming online. Yazoo, sorry, Tiger's still struggling with the economy, but that's fine. Mortal still taking out these vehicles. Tank Ace taking the brunt of it, but he should be able to be alright. Although doesn't want to trade with these Immortals. A better trades for him to make. Necron Lord continually engaging underneath the baleful light of the most electrifying superstar in all sports entertainment. And there we go. Restore Monolith on Restore Monolith action going on here. We've also got an Annihilation Barge. strolling on in. But Dr. Nox bringing out those big destroyers, amazing tanks against vehicles. Also not too bad against infantry. I mean, they don't do amazing, but, you know, it's something. Better to do some damage than no damage. What is that slow meandering what? That's terrifying. Annihilation Barge being shot at by the restored monolith. With the, in fact, yeah, just all the big units coming from Kaiku. Which is incredible considering the start he had at the beginning of the game. I mean, yeah, he's just rebuilt his economy. He got that big generator on the slag deposit. Annihilation Barge having to fall back. Deathmark's trying to get a headshot on this barge over here on the northern side, but vehicles don't have heads. Rule number 1 about headshots. You can't headshot a tank. And this is just an intimidating firing line from the northern team. Tanks can't get anywhere near it, as every single one of these things will just smirk these guys from a distance. So maybe an infantry heavy composition is the way forward. Dr. Nox requesting a little pick-me-up. And the restored monolith of Summoner smack bang in the middle, waiting to go toe-to-toe. And it's like a battle at sea. Oh, we got a flying Frenchman for Summoner as well. We do indeed. Oh, look at this. Love a good mirror matchup. Makes casting really easy for me. Over on this side of the tower, pushing in. Terminator just not standing up to the pressure. But Longstrike's gunship has been taken down. Double hammerheads there. Not very tanky tanks, to be fair. Ha, tanky tank. So actually, they will go down. Just haven't been supported properly. Fair enough. And Lord knows what's going on over here. Which Necron is on whose side? The colour schemes don't help at all. Kaiku is just being really bold and brash and brave by teleporting his monolith straight in. He's also bringing forth the Triarch Praetorians. But yeah, the Necrons over here don't have much support. And the tank destroyers and the tank ace from the Steel Legion certainly tipping the scales in the Northern Necrons' favour. We get some more Longfangs because that's all that's been provided from the Chaos Gate. To be fair, 13th Company are quite difficult if you don't know them. They're just a really odd faction. Some would say are yet to have that completed feel to them. I can kind of see that. Look at these guys flying around. Awesome stuff. Anything else coming out from the Portal of the Damned? It's just the same over and over again. They can't quite deviate from their unit composition, as that's kind of what's keeping them alive. But if they go for anything else, it might take them either too long to build it, like if they go for like a Titan from the Portal of the Damned. Like if they go for their Imperial Knight, might take them too long, and by the time they get it out, they'll be dead. But if they go for anything weaker, by the time they build it up in enough numbers, they'll be dead. So it's a catch-22 situation. But they'll still go for it. God blimey. Nothing's going to bring them down. Just to try out Praetorians, they don't care. They're just having a gay old time, slicing everyone. If they can't break through the frontline defences, then that's fine. They'll just go around the back. Now the Swordfish heavy gunships move in. Portal was unprotected, so Yazoo has said good night, sweet prince. And all we've got left is just the Necrons and the blooming Space Wolves. So an amazing opening from the Southern team here. Wonderful use of their strong tier 1, going in there, absolutely crumping both the Necrons and the Steel Legion, really hurting their economies early on in that game, but not quite enough to get that early killing blow. And yeah, okay, fair enough. The Legion of the Damned transition into getting those big units, which were all great and stuff, but not quite seeing the late game, or even the mid game, really, from the Space Wolves here. And to be fair, like I said, unusual faction. Quite hard to get them going, especially since they're so reliant on the scrap mechanic to get their stuff out. But very good game. Thank you guys for sending it in to the Discords. So yeah, everyone support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week. And there is also a Discord where games like this happen all the time. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. I will see you in a bit. Peace.